everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be making some silicone molds. I've never done this before, so it's a brand new experience. I haven't even read the instructions yet, so you're going to watch me from step one to either success or an extreme disaster. So we're about to find out. Yesterday I made a couple little molds. I've made two of them. This is for the center chest piece. I've got like a round one and a oval egg-shaped one. The picture looks like it's a round one. Some of the costumes I've seen people do, they use this egg-shaped one, so I'm not really sure which one I'm using yet. It's probably the round one because that looks right to me, but I'm trying both just for the sake of trying it. So we're going to see what's in this. I got this from Hobby Lobby. It is called Amazing Mold Rubber. It was originally $19.99. I'm not sure if that's focusing or not. It was $19.99. I had a 50% off coupon, so I paid $10 for it. It's really not so bad. I know there's some other economical solutions. You can use actual silicone, 100% silicone from like the caulking tubes and mix it with baby oil and stuff, or there's one I've seen a tutorial where you mix it with soap. I might try that later, but those options are kind of really stiff like Play-Doh, and I wanted something that was slightly runny so I could pour it over top of my molds and just get a nice flat mold that looks nice, at least for my first try. So we're going to open this up. Instruction booklet on top. Got, this is called base. Looks like it's filled up to the top. It's got a little metal ring on top. Can never get these open to save my life. Okay, so there is a white liquid inside of this. It comes with a little measuring spoon and what looks like, it's got two of these, kind of what you take your cough syrup in when you're really sick. Got two of those. And this little pink jar of what kind of looks like pink nail polish remover. And it says Amazing Mold Rubber Catalyst. So I'm assuming this is the hardening solution. It says read carefully before using. Alright. Now we're going to read the instructions. Be helpful if I could find the English instructions. Prepare your item to be molded. Alright, so step one is prepare your item to be molded. Inspect the item to be molded and ensure that it is clean and free from dirt. So that is these. They look good to me. I guess we're going to find out when it's finished if they were clean and free of dirt. Build your mold box. Well, I already have a mold box. So it will be 10 parts of the base and 1 part of the catalyst. So here in the bottom it says entire kit. You can just mix all of this with all of this and just bypass the measurement process altogether. I like that option, it seems easier, so we're going to go with that. I will probably be trying the more economical way next time because for $10 just to make one mold seems a little crazy to me. However, I still have to make the earrings and the jewels for the crown, and I wanted to try to make the crown out of resin, which will not work with a thicker silicone. I do need something runny to make that, so I might have to buy another one of these kits just to make the crown if I decide to go down that route. But if I make more molds later with a different option, I will make a video of that as well, just so everybody can follow. This is really, really hard to open. It's really, really sticky. Okay. So we are pouring. Till I go and read the instruction that says, under no circumstances should you use wooden spoons. That would be my luck. All right, there is that. And now we are going to be mixing in this. Kind of smells like nail polish remover, but it's like mixed with Kool-Aid or something. Weird. All right, the instructions said I have 20 minutes to go from this state to putting it in here and letting it settle. So we're gonna try to mix this. It doesn't really look like it's doing anything, but I'm sure at one point it will work. It's kind of weird that this is made of pink. I wonder if it's going to make everything pink. I have heard that you can add acrylic paint into these molds to make them pretty colors if you don't want white or gray or whatever it comes with. I'm not doing that today because I frankly don't really care what color my mold is. It's not going to make a difference in the end product from what I'm aware of. I haven't heard anything that a pink mold or a blue mold does better than a white mold. I don't know. Alright, so I decided that there was not enough liquid of this silicone to make the bigger mold, so I am now making a smaller mold with just the circular design. I've decided that I do not wish to make the other one because the circle one looks correct when I examine the picture. So I am now just filling this up the whole way. I could still feel the top of the circle, so I'm adding more because you do want a slightly thick base to this, otherwise it will rip. There we go. So now I've got what looks like a small little cup of pink yogurt. However, that is not yogurt, and it will dry to be a mold. Alright, so I've decided that I don't want to let the rest of the mold go to waste, and I figured I'd just try to dye it for anybody who's interested. So I am molding the earring pieces right now, and I'm not sure if it's going to work because this will still be wet. But we're going to see what happens just as an experiment. I have the mold, I've got the clay, it's not costing me anything extra. The mold is going to dry out in like 5 minutes anyways if I don't do something with it. So here we are, and I'm trying to make these earrings. They're a little big, don't need that much. Alright, so now we have this weird like cotton candy colored mold. I started dyeing it blue and I didn't quite have enough. So I just poured the pink on top, and now we've got this weird cotton candy colored mold. You can see there's a lot of bubbles on top. Those do go away eventually. This is my other one. It still has little bubbles, kind of, but for the most part it's pretty smooth and it should be alright. So we will come back to those in about 4 hours and see what happens. Cross your fingers. Right now we're about an hour into the silicone molds. This one that I mixed with the paint has a lot of bubbles. I'm not sure, but they are hardening up. You can see I cannot push my finger through it. It feels like rubber. And we're going to let those sit for another 3 hours or so and come back to those later. We are back with our silicone molds. As you can see, both of them did work okay. If you notice the openings, are kind of funny looking. That's because I had to cut them away with a pair of scissors. Some of the silicone did go under the original mold. So now that my molds were finished, I went ahead and I created the resin to put into the molds. I got the Amazing Casting resin from Hobby Lobby. It is originally $19.99. I used a coupon and I got it for about $8 in the end. So that was pretty good. It's very easy. It comes with 2 steps. There's 2 bottles and you just mix equal parts of them into a cup. It specifically says do not use styrofoam. I was a little curious as to why, but this does heat up. It gets pretty hot while you're mixing it, and then while it's drying it stays hot, and even after it cures it's still really warm. So I went ahead and did that already, and they have already been cured. They are dry. I wanted to mix in the color with them so I would not have to paint them afterwards. However, based off of a failed experiment, that did not work. So I would not suggest adding any color to them. So I'm going to go ahead and remove one of them. This is the Centerpiece mold, just to see what that looks like. There we go. So it looks like this. It is the right size, the same size that I made everything else. It is not shiny on this side because my clay was not shiny, but on the back side, since it dried smooth and flat, it is. And it's also not see-through. I did not want clear. So I went ahead and did that. I also made a few test pieces to color, so if I can get them out of here. And these are shiny because I just used a already pre-made mold. And I'm going to be painting these just to make sure they match the colors that I want for the crown and for the rest of the gems. So I'll see you back when they're done. Okay, so I've painted a couple of things now. My earrings are still drying. The paint doesn't take very well to the shiny stuff, like the smooth texture, but it seems to take okay to the things that I've hand molded. So this is, I made the centerpiece, so that'll go there. And I also made another mold just to test out the red and the gold again. So here's what the red looks like. I'm not so sure I like how that turns out. I mixed a little bit of blue in with it by accident if it looks kind of funny. I don't know if I'm going to try this or not. However, I do really like how the gold turned out. I'm not sure that you can tell how shiny it is, but it is pretty shiny. I like how that looks for the crown. I hope everybody's enjoyed my progress today with the earrings and the chest centerpiece gem. I finally got the earrings done. I got backs put on them, so I can now wear them. I've also finished the gem centerpiece. I've actually made two of these, two different sizes. They're just different depths. And I'm also working on the gold circular part around the gem. I probably will not put that on the video. It will take me a couple more days to make that. I need to go get more silicone and everything like that so I can cast a mold for that part. And hopefully I will get them together and pinned on the dress soon. Bye! Wow, it is getting really stiff already. That is really strange. Okay, so my assumptions are that it is not a good idea to mix the color in first, but that is what I want it to do. I'm not sure if you can hear it, it's making popping sounds. It is very odd.